right, joining us now, Alamogordo boys basketball. Their season begins on Tuesday as they take the trip out to Silver. And, of course, December will be very busy, as it always is. And joining us, Coach Nee. How are you, Coach?
Oh, I'm great. Charles, how are you doing, buddy?
Fantastic. Coach Bowman here as well. Coach?
Hey, thank you for having us again, and hope you're ready for another great season.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. Coach, you want to introduce the four that you brought with you today?
Yeah, so I'll start with the seniors, work my way down. So Marcus Jordan Bryant Jr., the 17th. We call him many names. He's with us tonight. His number this year will be number 24. And then our other senior is going to be Antwan Hamilton Herrera. You might remember him from last year. A little bit on varsity, a little bit on JV, kind of went both ways. Antoine's number this year will be number 5. And then we have, most people know who Nathaniel the Best is. He's our starting quarterback on the football team. He's a junior, returning varsity letterman for us this year. Nate this year will be number 22. And then our incoming freshman, he was our starting JV point guard last year as a 8th grader. He will be our number 3 starting point guard, more than likely, in our backcourt, Jaedyn Hernandez.
All right, very good, guys.
And then, of course, my main man, Coach James Bowman.
Guys, how you doing today? Good? Good. Like to hear that. Coach, off season, how's it been heading into this year? I know you guys were busy in the summer, and obviously first week of practice. We'll get to that here in a second, but we'll talk about the off season first in terms of participation.
We had a great off season. I think we averaged, I want to say 30, 35 every day during our summer program, I think was the number. We were able to go up to Adams State and play several Colorado teams up there, and I think we played 6 games up in Colorado. Got to stay a couple days at Adams State University. It was a great experience for our kids. We took our varsity and our JV, so we had a good group of kids go. We got to take all of our coaches, and then a couple of weeks later, toward the end of June, we were able to go to Artesia, do the same. It was 2 days, 6 games, same tournament we go to every year. We love Coach Mondragon. I call him Mondragon, but it's Mondragon. He does a great job with not only his in-season tournament, but his summer tournament there. We got 6 games in for our JV and our varsity as well. Took another group of kids. Had our coaches there as well. This summer was probably our biggest turnout when it came to guys committed to doing what we're trying to do. We've been here 3 years. Going into year 4 is this year for us as a coaching staff. And we feel like our program is culture, climate, intensity, focus, etc. This summer kind of was all right, we are here now. Now what do we do? Now we're going to build upon that. So I felt like the summer program was great. The kids that were there, all they've done is shown us that they're ready to work, they're ready to eat. Our young guys coming up, our veterans that are already with us, I'll tell you what, summer program for me this year was the best one, I would say, than we've had in a little bit.
All right, very good. First week of practice, how's it been?
Oh, it's been great.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, one of the worst days for coaches is tryouts. We always do 2 days of tryouts. We give our kids 2 opportunities on Monday and Tuesday, and we had just under 60 tryout this year. We were going to keep 36. But we decided to bump that up to 39 because a couple kids showed that they deserved to be in. So we kept 13 at each level. So we have 13 C-team, JV, and varsity players. Once that was done, we had our first practice yesterday, second practice today. Went great. What I think about this team and what we have at the varsity level specific is we're going to grow and develop week after week in the positive direction. I don't see too many dips going back and forth. I don't think this is a roller coaster team. This is a team that's hungry to learn, hungry to get better, and their work ethic I can't say every single minute, but almost dang near every single minute in practice is bar none really impressing me and the coaching staff this year already in 2 practices. So I'm pleased. I'm happy. I'm dog tired already. We just got started on season, but these kids are doing a great job of doing what we're asking them to do, getting better. And we're young in a lot of areas, but we also got a lot of veteran coming back. So excited after just 2 practices, and I'm ready to go to Silver and put it on the Colts.
Yeah, and I can already hear a little bit of graveliness there. You're getting that coach's voice back already, right?
I haven't started cough drops, but they start tomorrow morning. It's usually by Fridays when the cough drops start.
And have you been getting your workouts in off season for when you're on the sideline and running back and forth?
Yeah, I actually do that until 4 weeks ago. I pulled my back.
Yeah.
So I actually just this week was the first week I was able to get back in the weight room or on the track, and I did a mile yesterday on the track. I didn't run the whole mile, but I did. I think I did 4 200s and then four 200s of walking, and I think my back is back close to normal. But most of the community knows I'm an animated character on the sideline, and I really have to get into shape for that. So I think I'm about 2 weeks behind. So good thing I'm on the road. I'm going to sweat it all out on Silver. But when we get back from Artesia, I should be game ready.
All right, very good. I would always wonder if you had a smartwatch and if you looked at how many calories you burn in a game.
I thought about it. I haven't. I should. Right. I should.
Marcus, obviously coming out of football, getting into basketball now. How was the first week of practice for you?
Oh, it's been great. I'm just trying to get back into the basketball shape because the two are completely different.
Yeah.
It's been great.
Is it more of football's more building strength and things, and basketball's a little bit more using your speed?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Did you get to do some off-season stuff and work with the basketball team this off-season?
Yes, sir. So I split my time with football and basketball. So I was able to go to Adams State, enjoy that experience, and then went to Artesia.
Yeah. Do you feel like you gain confidence if you had a great season in football? Does that kind of when you head into basketball, kind of just with the way that you're feeling about yourself, does that kind of transfer in terms of when you're playing another game?
Oh yes, sir, for sure.
Yeah.
Because I feel more stronger. I feel like better in shape now too, healthy.
Yeah. Okay. Where do you see your biggest improvements at in your basketball game, maybe from last year to this year, that you feel like this is these are things I'm doing better this year?
I feel like it'd be defense. Defense is probably the main priority for this team right now that I need to really dial into.
Okay. What's been this group's obviously much different than last year's. You guys graduated a lot. What's been your impression? Because you were part of last year's team, part of this year's team. What's been the feeling around this group as you played in the summer and as you get ready to start the season?
I would say the energy, especially during practices, because during practices a couple times last year it died down. But right now it's been really high. So hopefully we can keep that going.
All right, very good. Coach Bowman, what's been your impression of the group over the first week of practice?
Just like Jordan said, I would say energy. I think we have a new level of excitement. We got a lot of kids that are able to put that varsity jersey on for the first time, and I think that they're just really ready to try to prove what they can do, prove why they got selected to be on that top tier of the program, But yeah, the energy is great. The kids are getting along very well. It feels like, we have a lot of just family already, like Coach said, it's just been 2 days, but I can see that the kids are really like buying into each other, one another, and just, wanting to put the best foot forward for everybody, So it's been good so far. We're really excited.
Yeah, and, we see the varsity team, in the evenings, but you like what you're seeing from the JV and the freshmen as well, the entire group coming up, because I know we separate each team, but you guys are one team when you look at it at the end of the day, right?
Oh, most definitely. Honestly, I believe that this is probably one of the strongest all-around programs we've had since Coach Nee's been here. Our C team, they got a lot of talent. We had a lot of freshmen try out this year, and like Coach said, as a coach, we always say the two worst days of coaching is tryouts and final banquet when we got to tell your seniors bye. Like those 2 days are really tough for everybody, but we had a lot of great freshmen come out and try out, and we had a long night Monday night and Tuesday night trying to decide who should be in, who should be out. We had some difficult decisions to make, but we were really proud with the effort of everybody that came in. We had a bunch of kids that just came in, tried their hardest, and I think everybody kind of left like knowing, hey, I gave it everything I had. I just didn't have enough, So, shout out to all you kids that tried out for the program this year. You all did a great job, and we really appreciate you coming out. But yeah, C team level is going to be really talented this year. Our JV is going to be talented. Varsity is going to be talented. We really feel like this is going to be one of those years where all of our programs should be finishing, with some pretty strong records this year. And we're just excited because now we just got a lot of sustaining to do for the next few years, with all these kids coming in, and even our middle school teams, we've seen some of them already, and even those guys got some talent too. So it's kind of feeling like Alamogordo is bringing that basketball tradition back, where we're reloading each year, not rebuilding. So it's fun, it's exciting.
Very good.
I'm going to add 1 point to the tryouts. It's the first time in my career, and I've coached in Scottsdale, Arizona. I coached up in Spokane, Washington, and here. And I've never had a tryout where not one kid quit during first practice or first tryout day, and everybody showed up on day 2. We started 59 in tryouts. We finished with 59. And we had some kids that were out of shape, and they still fought. So, again, I'm going to say what Coach Bowman did, just piggyback off of it. Kudos to all you guys out there that did try out and didn't make it, and we told them why they're there. We're really, really proud of them. Again, there's an energy with basketball in Alamogordo, again, we haven't seen in a while, and we're really excited for it.
It's one of those things, motivation for them, and come back next year and try and be a part of the team next season. So certainly something to look forward to. We're talking all about freshmen. We got a freshman here in Jaedyn, and being a freshman among this group, is that any level of intimidation and playing at the varsity level as a freshman? It's like, don't care, it's just playing basketball.
Definitely just playing basketball. Definitely. I mean, ever since I was young, I've been playing against older competition, so yeah, I think it's nothing to me. So I just go out there and kill.
All right, very good. That's what we like to hear. So obviously you were busy in the off season. You got to go. You traveled with the team and did some stuff. What was your off season like?
Yes, sir. It was pretty good. Adams State was it was a great experience. Definitely just seeing new teams out there. We were able to compete. Definitely shouldn't have lost some games, but I think we definitely went out there and played our game.
All right. And how about first week of practice?
First week of practice was obviously good. The energy was really high. I just love our new squad, and I love that we have new people on varsity. And I just get to see new faces and stuff like that, and it's pretty good.
Where do you see improvement from your game last year to this year? What's the biggest difference that you see when you go out there and play?
Definitely on defense and talking more. I think I improved in talking this offseason and in the summer. Just on and off the court with my teammates, seeing how they are and see how they play. Yeah.
Well, and if you're going to be the point guard, obviously you got to be the one that's directing traffic out there, right? Yeah. All right. Very good. Well, we look forward to seeing that. What over here to Antwan, and how was did you get to do some basketball stuff in the off season with the group?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
The one thing from this group that I've really seen is everyone pushes each other as one team. Everyone makes sure even the C team pushes themselves, make sure the JV pushes themselves, and especially the varsity.
Yeah.
We make sure we even pushed our big man to run a 31-second suicide. He don't do that.
He doesn't want to do that at the end of the day, but it's one of those things that he obviously feels part of the team, wanting to get out there and be a part of it as well. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right. How about you in your game? I mean, where do you feel like maybe you're improving from last season to this season?
I think I've improved on a lot. Most definitely my shooting, and then willing to be able to pick up for a teammate whenever they need it.
Yeah. All right. First week of practice. I mean, is that exciting for you? Get out there. Is it it's still a little bit difficult? Doing some of the runs that you guys do out there.
Yeah. It's a lot of energy, but it's bringing a little bit of sadness because it's one of the final practices I'll ever do, and just being able to do it with the coaching staff, the players, it's dream come true.
Oh, he says one of his last practices, we got about 30 or 40 of them left, buddy.
Yeah, there's definitely a few of those to go. But everything, everything's the last one for you. Tryouts, all those kind of things in your senior year. So.
No, my first practice.
Oh,
yeah,
I take that back.
Yeah, very good.
You're going to make me cry right now, Antwan. Wait till the banquet.
then on Tuesday, I got that last first game.
There you go. Yeah, it's coming up next week. All right, move over here to Nate. And how about you moving from football to basketball? Kind of difficult? No big deal for you?
I mean, it's definitely a different, the physical aspect of it. We're a lot more butting heads in football, but in basketball it's a lot more running, so that was definitely tough. But we transferred over, and I'm ready to play now, and I like this group that we have, and I think it's going to be a good season.
And I mean, that's the same thing I asked Jordan. Is obviously you had a great year with the football team this season.
Yes, sir.
Did you do you feel that the confidence that you gained from playing well there transfer over to basketball a little bit?
Yeah, I'm just ready to dominate in any sport that we play. So that's just been my mindset my whole life. So
you just love that competition.
Yeah,
going against people.
Always looking for competition.
Okay. Where do you feel like in your game from last year to this year that you feel like you've gotten better?
I feel like I've gotten a lot better at talking, and I feel like I also got a lot better physically. Not that I wasn't physical last year, but I feel like I've gotten a lot stronger with my football season. I didn't get to play too much of the summer league or whatever they got going on. I think I went to a tournament or two, but so that didn't help me with basketball, but still ready to go this season for sure.
Yeah, I mean, you got to balance. Obviously, you're playing multiple sports, so just kind of got to figure out where you can put your time at, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, all right, very good. And obviously, I mean, just kind of follow up on what the other guys were talking about. You really enjoy this group this year. You think this is going to be a fun group to be around?
Yeah, it's a good group. I like the energy. I feel like we've been holding a higher standard this year. Last year, there was a lot of times where we got down on ourselves fast when we made the bad plays and stuff, but this year I feel like we're a lot better with that, and that goes for like all 3 programs. Like today, even in the weight room, some of those littler guys, they're trying to keep up with us, and they're ready to get it in too. So I think it's going to be a good year this year.
Yeah, you like seeing that competition where they want to get to where you guys are.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
Very good. Coach, we got 4 here, but obviously you're filling out a roster of 13, as you said. Who else should we be watching out for this season?
Yeah, we've got a couple guys that kind of swung both ways last year. You probably noticed because we were senior heavy at the beginning of the year last year. Almost every game we had different guys suiting up at the end of the bench, and if they got time to get some reps. Biggest thing was we knew we were graduating a lot, so what we wanted to do was get as much, even if it was just warm-ups and varsity experience sitting on a bench. We wanted to get a lot of those butterflies out of the way last year. So I think every JV player last year that we thought was going to be at the varsity level this year, more than one game or 2 or 3, they were able to sit on varsity or even play in varsity games. So a lot of those guys kind of swung back and forth. We've got Favela, Julian Favela. He's a sophomore, but he's one of our taller guys. He can play inside out for us, so he will help us out a lot. He was kind of there a little bit on varsity last year, but was one of our starters on JV. A couple other guys. He's led us in charges the last 2 years on JV. Now he's on varsity. His minutes may be limited. It depends on how it works out for him. But when he's on the court, he's probably one of our number one charge takers and rebounders. His aggressiveness in those 2 particular areas. There's a spot for him on our team this year, and we rewarded that. So Josh Reynolds, he'll be getting on the court, and when he does, those are the 2 areas that you'll see a huge difference compared to what some other players. He loves taking charges, and he loves getting rebounds. Offensively, we know that that's probably not one of his strengths, but he's really good at kicking the ball out for guys who can't shoot the ball. A couple other ones. Aaron Herrera, we pulled him up quick last year. He was a freshman, got to play a lot at the varsity level last year as a freshman. He's going to be one of our major role players at the 2 and the 3 with Jaedyn, and then I'll talk about another player that's going to play the 1 for us. We were able to put Aaron in a more comfortable position that makes him better and suits his style more, and that's at the 2 and the 3. So Aaron Herrera will be playing for us there. Isaiah Richards, he was a freshman with us a couple years ago. Last year was a sophomore. This year he's one of our leaders. He'll be one of our I keep talking about who's starting, who's not. We haven't solidified that, but more than likely Zay will be one of our starters, big time player. We're moving him from what he's played in the past. Played more of the 3 and the 4 this year. He'll probably start at the 2 for us. He dropped about 25, 30 pounds in the last 8 months, got his weight under control. He's been grinding on his own, plus what we did this summer, plus what we've done in first period leading up to season. We're going to reward that. He's earned it, so he's going to be a huge player for us offensively and defensively. Isaiah Richards, I want to make sure I get his name out there. And then a couple other guys are back up or possibly starting one. We'll decide what that looks like. Will Bynum, another freshman. We have 2 freshmen on varsity, and that's rare for me to do. But these 2 guys have the ball handling, have the IQ, have the selflessness, and they also understand the game at a freshman level that some of the juniors and seniors didn't get until they were at that level. So Will Bynum's going to be a huge player for us, probably play the 1 and the 2 for us coming off the bench or starting, haven't decided just yet. And then Matt Granados, he was a starting JV guy last year, was huge this summer. We put him on varsity in both of one of our tournaments this summer. Defensively, he's pretty much a bulldog. He's probably one of the most introverted, quiet guys off the court, but when we play basketball, he's a different guy when he gets on the court, and he's kind of leads into what we've been talking about with the energy. Matt is an energy guy on defense. It just makes everybody better. So we're glad we got him on varsity, Matthew Granados. Got another senior. He was known for shooting 3s for us on JV the last couple of years. This year he's going to be on varsity. The place where he improved the most this offseason was rebounding and hustle. He showed that to us several times this summer. Brody Lane, we rewarded him with the jersey this year to be on varsity as a senior. You'll see him on the court here and there at different roles, 3, 4, who knows. But he might actually hit some big shots for us as well this year. Make sure I'm not missing somebody. I think I'm saving the best for last. I want to shout out this kid. He didn't make it his sophomore year. We didn't let him in the program. So when he came to tryouts as a freshman, he was out of shape, was not very skilled. There's a lot of things not going in his favor. Dad bought into what we were doing, said my son needs to work. So he went and joined football off season for the rest of the school year as a freshman to get better in the weight room, get more conditioned, etc. Not a football guy, so he didn't try out for football, but he went to the football workouts. came out with us that summer before his sophomore year. Last year, we awarded that. He joined the team last year as a sophomore, was on C team as a starter, grew and developed, then made his way to JV most of the way through season. And this summer, we had him on varsity, not only playing but also starting. There's a good chance he might start for us as a junior this year. So going 2 years just from his own individual hard work, plus some of the work that we do. I don't like to take say we do such a great job in our summer program that these kids just overnight develop. A lot of it's on their own. Isaiah Richards, prime example. Ethan Grinder, who I'm talking about right now, prime example. Guys that do so much more on their own and they propel so much faster, along with the tools we give them in our summer program. So Ethan Grinder, he's now 6'5". He's got a lot more muscle on his frame, even though he's still kind of a thinner guy, but he's a lot stronger than what he was. He's really growing into what his role is as a 5, staying in his lane, not shooting weird shots from the three-point land that he doesn't need to, but he's really good inside 3 to 5 feet off that in the paint near the basket, soft touch off the glass. He's going to help us with shot blocking. He's going to help us with rebounding, and he sure in the heck is a lot better 2 years later than what he was IQ-wise. So we're really proud of him. Did I miss anybody? No, I got all my dudes. Oh my gosh, Julian Benitez, also a JV starter last year. I knew I was forgetting one. Julian Benitez, varsity as a JV junior this year. Sophomore last year was on JV. He's a super track athlete, so he's got a lot of athleticism to bring to the table, hustle to bring to the table. I think his biggest strength is going to be defense, but he also has a nice pull-up jump shot, and he's really good at 15 feet from shooting anywhere inside the arc. So Julian Benitez is going to be a huge asset for us. Probably coming off the bench. Maybe start, who knows. He's one of those guys that is earning where that's going to look, but he's going to play a couple positions for us as well and just help us on both offense and defense.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
13 guys this year.
Yeah, for sure. Coach, I mean, are you feeling like there's a lot of depth where you guys can play, 6 or not just 6 deep, 7 deep, but more like 8, 9, 10 deep with the way things are looking this year?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, that's one thing that I feel like we've had in the program for the last couple of years is we have had depth. And again, we have a lot of new faces in the program for the varsity level. But again, these kids, they're not just guys that just came in, that they haven't been working and things like that. Like we all saw our sub varsity teams last year. They did a great job, So the kids that we have now, they're just hungry to learn, and I think that's a big testament to them because they just want to try to take that game to the next level. So we feel confident, we'll feel confident putting anybody in the game at any given moment, and again, we let the kids kind of determine what they get out of it. We always tell them that you get out what you put in, and the kids that go out there and work, that's what we try to reward. Of course, everything's always scheme-based and things like that, But again, I feel like everybody, we put them in positions, and they're just eager to try to learn that position so they can master it. So when their number's called, they just go out there and give it their best effort, So, yeah, I believe that we'll be pretty deep this year, and I think everybody will be able to contribute in their own way.
All right, very good. Jordan, I mean, I think I just saw on social media that you're already talking to coaches for football, that you got an offer from somebody?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so tell me a little bit about that.
It was a school out in Ohio. Capital University.
Okay, very good. So that's kind of exciting. Coach was giving a little bump on the shoulder there for that.
First I'm hearing about this. That's fantastic.
Got to be on that social media stuff, Coach. But obviously, sports is something you're hoping to continue after high school.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so if it's football, basketball, does it matter which sport? Or?
Yes, sir. It's really any opportunity I can get for real out of all the sports I play.
Yeah, and so you're also in track and field in the spring as well,
yes,
right?
Sir.
Yeah,
yes, sir.
All right, very good. And have you started thinking about what you want to do college-wise, or?
I'm not sure yet, but I'm kind of trying to figure it out now because
Yeah.
I'm running out of time.
I gotcha. Is there a career that kind of interests you, or there a subject that kind of interests you?
Economics has been really catching my attention lately.
Okay.
So.
Into math, and you like those kind of things? Kind
I
of?
just like how the world works with the money.
Okay. Hey, very good. Awesome. Is exciting graduations around the corner? Like you wanted to push that off a little bit?
Yeah, there's pros and cons to it, of course, but after graduation, you get to see the world, but I definitely gonna miss times like this, especially.
Yeah. All right. Very good. Jaedyn doesn't have to worry about graduation for a little while, so he's got that. Feels like that's forever from now, right? Yeah. Okay. Is sports something you're hoping to continue after high school if you get the chance?
Most definitely. I definitely, when I get older and go to college, I definitely want to play at the college level. Anything that I can definitely get, just would be proud of myself and be able to get there.
Yeah. Is basketball the sport that you hope to play?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Any other sports that you do at the school?
No, sir.
No? Okay. All right. You're a freshman, so the coaches are just getting to know you now, so you just got to wait for that. Coach Atkinson's going to be calling and say, hey, you want to do some sprints for us, something like that?
Yeah, he's going to have a hard time with that, man. This kid is a gym rat. So, I mean, he's there's a whole core of these younger kids that just love being in the gym. So, it would be probably pretty hard to sway him to go do something else, because when you talk about a basketball player, I'll tell you right now, Jaedyn Hernandez is a basketball player. Like, that's what he loves to do. He has a passion for it. And, I think everybody's going to see that this year. And, you guys want to see it kind of early, come out Saturday night and watch the alumni game, So, he's going to put a little bit of show on there for everybody. I think it's going to be a pretty competitive game this year. So we'll see.
All right. Very good. Well, are we going to have a little bit of father versus son action out there in the alumni game this year?
I can't speak too much on that.
Okay.
I kind of keep the list a little bit, close to the chest, because Coach Nee's always kind of, he thinks one year that he's going to get the alumni. I'm like, we'll see.
Okay.
But, it's going to be a good game.
All right. Coach Dress hasn't tried talking to do some powerlifting or something like that? No, okay. You never know. I mean, it's one of those things that's kind of fun to do. So, have you thought about, career-wise, something you'd like to do after high school, or that's like way too far off?
Kinda. So I've actually been wanting to do real estate, because I like looking at houses and stuff like that. That's just one couple things. I
hear from so many kids that real estate's something they want to get into. So I mean, you're not alone in that. I hear from a lot of youngsters that come in here. That's pretty cool. Move over here to Antwan, and sports, something you're hoping to continue after high school, or is this it for you?
Most definitely sports after high school. I've grown up playing sports. My brothers have played sports, and I want to do something that they wanted to do but haven't gotten the chance.
All right. So whatever comes along, get that opportunity to go. Is there a particular sport you'd like to continue, or?
I want to try and get back into football, but I want to focus on basketball more than anything.
Okay, very good. Do you know what you'd like to do after high school? Have you thought about college plans or something else you want to get into?
Yes, I've thought about it. I just haven't thought about where to go for it.
Okay. And career-wise, I mean, something that interests you? Is there a subject in school that's kind of your thing? Or?
I want to be a teacher, because my family has pushed me to be a social person and help people out, and that's, I think, where the best I could thrive at is being a teacher, helping young kids go down a good path.
Okay, very good. That's fantastic. I know Coach will like to hear that you want to be a teacher. He's definitely...
I go to his class almost every day.
Almost every day. Very good. All right, move over here to Nate. Sports, something you're hoping to continue after you're finished with high school, or?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Probably football first and then basketball second, but just really anything I could get. Want to play D1, but that's a high level to play at, and definitely got a long ways to go, but for sure to play sports in college, level.
It's a good goal to have at the end of the day, right?
Yes, sir.
College, have you thought about what you want to do after high school career-wise, or?
Maybe just I'm better at math and stuff. Math, business, one of those two. Those are the college classes I'm really looking at right now.
Counting, something like that might be up your alley.
Yeah.
You can make some good money doing that kind of thing.
Sure,
People are always looking for accountants. And we're going to see anything in the spring playing sports?
What was that?
Any spring sports you're going to be doing this year?
I was thinking about boxing this year.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing track this year. I think I might do boxing, and I don't want to make Coach Atkinson mad or nothing, but I think that might be what I'm going to be doing.
Out of curiosity, I mean, where do you get into boxing around here? Do you have to go to El Paso Cruces? Or?
I'm not. I know that you have to go to Las Cruces, I think, but my dad knows a guy that's supposed to be starting some boxing stuff up, so we'll see how that goes. If not, I'll just probably stick back to track, but.
Okay.
We'll see what happens with that.
Hey, that's cool. I like to hear those kind of things. Antwan, what about you? I mean, spring sports, something you're looking to get into? Or?
Yeah, I'm probably going to do track for my first year.
Okay.
I want to try as much as I can while I'm still here.
Okay.
Because I'll never get this experience again.
So, Coach, I mean, overall, you look at expectations going into the season. We know every year the district's challenging. It's always a dogfight every single season. Y'all took kind of a step forward last year in terms of the district. how are you viewing going into the season?
So yeah, just a quick history lesson for all of our listeners. We just finished year 3. Year 1 we finished 5th. Year 2 we finished 3rd. Last year we finished 2nd in district. First year we had 1 winning team in our program. That was our JV. The second year we had 2 winning teams in our program. I think it was JVC team, and then last year we had all 3 of our teams had winning records last year. So as you can see, we forward progressed in all 3 levels. That's our goal. I'm big program vision. I'm not varsity only vision. So we're going in the right direction. Now, we did graduate a lot of guys that had been on varsity for a couple years, and we were well aware of that. But based on our district, based on these guys and who we have coming up, and even though we're young, we have a lot of talent. I wouldn't be surprised, and this is realistically speaking, I think we can finish in the top 2, top 3 of district. Reason why I say that is with the youth we have and some of the newer varsity guys, I think the energy and the growth we're going to have over the course of the season, our focus is be at the top of where we need to be at when district starts. Everything leading up to that is preparation and training to get there. We're going to probably take some bumps and bruises here or there. We're going to take a tough loss here or there. I truly believe this team is going to go to forward progress the way we need to. So when we get to district, those 10 games, that's our season. We have 3 of our competition over there on the other side of the mountain. 3 out of those 5 schools got brand new coaches this year. Centennial, Oregon Mountain, and Mayfield. Cruces obviously still has, Benji, and then Gadsden still has Coach O'Neill down there. There's a lot of change. There's a lot of cultural change, and just because you got talent in the program doesn't mean it doesn't have a little bit of a hiccup because coaching philosophies or coaching or culture from the community. There's a lot of things that happen with a new coach. I've done it a couple times in my career. I know year 1, year 2 is the toughest. When you get through those first 2 years, then you start to see what your program looks like. We want to take advantage of that this year. Like Bowman said, this isn't a rebuild. This is another reload for us. I think we can compete to possibly be in a district championship game again, and I wouldn't be surprised if we shock a lot of people in the state. I wouldn't be sure. The problem that I've seen over the course in many different communities is you have a lot of guys graduate and they were on varsity for a few years and everybody's expecting low expectations. Their expectations are always low. And then you start to hear the naysayers. Oh, well, you don't have so-and-so, and you don't have so-and-so. Well, you don't know what I have. And for me to put a starting point guard as a freshman on the basketball court means we have some darn good talent to be able to do that at that position specifically. And then you look at the other 4 positions with the guys coming off the bench or the guys that we put in starting roles. We might have a different starting lineup every night, and we're going to be fine with that as a team because we bought into the mindset. It's we over me. And I would say that this year specifically, we bought into that already starting this summer into the fall and where we're at now, more so than what we bought into in the past. And that's going to help propel us to where we want to go in that. We want to get to a district title. We haven't had one since Shock was here, and before Shock, it was since 2004. It's been a long time since we've owned district titles. Is it going to be hard? Heck yeah. I think our district's the hardest district in the South. I think it's harder than the district over on the east side of the mountains. But with the changes in coaching staff over there and what we've done here and with these guys we have in this program, I'm smiling a lot right now because I think we can go and smack some people and they'll be like, what? So.
All right. Well, look forward to it. Unfortunately, we don't have a home game until I think the 12th of December, but we do want to mention again that Tiger Madness is coming up on Saturday night, 5 o'clock start time. There'll be alumni games for both the boys and the girls. There'll be other things going on like with 3-point contests and things like that. So that's become a pretty good tradition over the last few years.
This is our 4th annual, and it's free admission, and we'll have some kind of concession. So bring a couple bucks, get some treats. And it's not just, like we said, it's not just boys and girls. We also have some competitions that involve our C team and JVs from both the levels. We want to promote our programs, and that's kind of what Coach Vela and my vision are, is we want to promote the whole program, not just varsities. So it'll be a good experience. The alumni game, of course, is varsity players and boys and girls, and last year it was tough. I mean, it was Alamo's got some great alumni, but we also got some good high school players right now. So we'll see what happens. Again, Bowman won't tell me who the roster is, and that's fine. They got to get a little bit of a workout in tomorrow night after we're done with practice, so I might do a little legal spying, but we'll know. Who knows? I might do a little scouting.
Very good. All right. Well, we'll look forward to that. We know that that's always, those guys that are alumni and gals for that matter, they're still competitive, so they want to come out and play hard. So we'll look forward to that. It's been a fun event, and of course, we'll get ready to start the season on Tuesday against Silver. Guys, good luck this season. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
Thank you, Charles. Appreciate you again.